So I'm working on trying to get a best third place finisher style tournament working right now. So this is out of cadence with the usual flow that I've been doing on the playlist so far, but still I think we should have it documented how to get best third place teams into the next round. Let's see if I remember exactly how to do it. So my tournament structure here is going to be a little goofy. I've got this tournament that I'm going to call the Small States Games, and it's got 28 teams in it. And I would like to do something goofy where I have 7 groups of 4 rather than 4 groups of 7. I want a traditional tournament structure, and then the best second place team would go through to create a quarterfinals. So I hope you can see that that's about the same setup as before. So the tournament itself is largely already created. There are a few teams I need to add from my list. Let me just check those very quickly. Oh, this is also a really good demonstration of how to get a U23 team in here. In this case, I'm getting specific teams. You just click on team type, you set them as a U23 team, and then you list the senior national team. So that's how you do that. There are 2 instances of Brunei listed when you search for it. I don't know why, but that's in the default database. You'll see Brunei here and Brunei here. If my memory serves me, the second one is always the one you need. So just a little tidbit. I'm not really sure what the first one is, but the second one is always the one that you need. Okay, so we have 28. One way that you can check that you have the correct number of teams is to click this on, tell it 28. This is actually the test for the Brunei Darussalam selection. Small states game, the number of dates. So we're on to dates rather than team numbers, which means that we did get the correct number. So we're good there. Now, we want to go into group settings, and I'm going to tell it I want 7 groups. I do want a seeded group draw with seeded by world ranking. That's also where you need this additional helper, where you tell it that you want to sort by miscellaneous national team world ranking sort rule. That's very important. Otherwise, it won't sort correctly. And then we will have 1 round. So that's good. 5 for 2 match. Yeah, we're good there. Qualification rules. So the top one is going to go. Let's talk a little bit about qualification and fate. I'm not an expert at this. I am still learning this to some degree, but in general, what I think I have found out here is that you are kind of flagging teams in this section. It doesn't automatically push them into the next stage. You will still have to go and grab the ones that you've flagged in some form or fashion. You always need to tell it where you're getting the teams from. So there's always a pull function, pulling teams from somewhere. Every tournament, every stage, every round needs to pull teams from somewhere. So no amount of pushing is going to make them show up in the next stage. So I like to think of this much more as you're setting up flags. You're saying these are the teams that are interesting, go and find them. And then they can be pulled into the next stage. So in this case, I'm telling you, I've got 7 groups. All of the top places will go on to the next stage. And the next stage is, of course, stage 1, the final. So that would get me 7. How the hell do I get the 8th? We need extra fate places. That's here. Number of places is 1. Other and qualification. This is not going to work correctly. Number of places other. No, I'm missing a step here, and I've got to remember what it is. But I promised you I would show you if I was struggling. So I will show you. I'm almost certain that's not true. That's not right. Let's get the next stage set up so we can at least test it. So here we've got a knockout stage. Right now it's going to get qualified teams from stage. What stage do we get them from? We get them from stage 0. But let's go into the rounds, and I'm going to need a quarterfinal round here. I want to undo that. I want to duplicate this. Create a quarterfinal. Okay. We have 8 teams, 4 matches, 1 per. All good. Okay, I'm certainly missing something here. I also have not messed with the dates, and I haven't hit the requirement yet. Yes, I have hit the requirement. All right, there we go. I'm going to test this. It's going to fail, probably on multiple fronts right now. I think maybe we'll be okay on dates. No way. It's saying it's fine. All right. That can't possibly be the case. Let me fix the dates to be what I need them to be, and then we'll go into the game and we'll test it and see if it actually worked. So I want this to show up in the 2025 season. So I'm going to use start year 0. This is also a good example of in a 4-year interval structure, how do you get tournaments to show up in specific cadences on specific years? I spent like 2 days trying to figure this out. So I'm going to use the start year offset as 0, so it's going to start exactly when we mean it to. When we load up the game. And then 2025, 2031 4-year cadence, you need to schedule it in 1997. So, and that's if you're using 2000 as the base year. So I'm going to set it up in 2000. Then I'm going to go, and this is actually going to move to the winter. I'm going to play this in the winter. I got to decide who's hosting it, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Qualification rules, we're good. League schedule. Draw this in. Let's do it on the 2nd. No. Shift tab doesn't work. Makes me sad. 2nd of January 1997, draw it. And then 1 month later, we can start to play it. So let's go to February 1997. Let's see if it'll let me go 1st of February. 4th of February. Actually, you know what? It's going to have 4 teams single round robin, so we really only need 3 dates, and I'm giving it 6. So I'm going to do it like this, so that maybe it'll put them on alternate days. This is unnecessary, but I'm just kind of looking at this for a minute. I wanted to see if it does it the way that I want it to, where it kind of puts these on different days. I definitely don't want that on Monday and Tuesday. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. There we go. I think we're good. No, we're not good. We have to go to scheduling these knockout rounds. So the last one ended on the 9th of February, so we can draw this on the 10th of February 1997. We can play it 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 12. Did I end on the... I'm freaking out now. I ended on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th is 3 days. Okay. So, schedule that for the 12th. Then the 12th at... Oh, I learned this new thing. You see that colon in between where it's 1500? You don't have to type 23:45. You don't have to do that. You can. This is good coding on their part. 2345. It'll just put the colon. So good. Oh, nicely done. Okay, so we're going to draw that on the 12th. We're going to play this on the 15th. I did not switch that to February. So February. We will draw the semifinal on the 15th of February, 1997. Let me just check. 1997. 5th of February, 1997 at 23:45. So after the match, we'll draw it right away. 15th, we'll play this on the 18th of February, 1997. I don't want to play a final on a Tuesday. Let's schedule this for a Friday. So that would be the 21st. Yeah, we can play it on a Friday night. Okay, that's cool. I think we're good. Okay, so if we pop into international, man, small states game is cross-continental. Here we go. So you see, firstly, let's show. It says that the competition is going to be scheduled on January 1st of 2029. We set it for 1997, so shouldn't I have one already? If 2000 is the base year and I'm starting in 2026, then I should have one in 2025, not 2029. But I do. If you go back and look at it, we got one. So it did it. It did it correctly. Um, it did not schedule my semifinal, though. That's interesting. But it did give me 7 groups. So we definitely have a problem here somewhere. I need to think about where. Let me see which teams it grabbed firstly. So, and also, oh, here. All right. So you see where it's got these Q's next to it? You'll see that we have one second place finisher. Is it the correct one? Well, Gibraltar earned 6 points. Did any other with a goal difference of 6, but their goals 4 is better. So Gibraltar's definitely better than Liberia here. Did anybody else earn 6 points? Yes. Goal difference 5, that's not as good. Group 7, 6, goal difference 6 is not as good, so goal difference 7 is the best. 6 points for Guinea-Bissau, 5 goal difference, 6.6, 6-4. So it grabbed the correct second place finisher. I'm just going to jot down the teams that qualified here. So we got Faroe Islands, we've got Andorra, we've got Equatorial Guinea. We've got, I think I know exactly what's wrong. Maybe not. All right, let me think about it. Equatorial Guinea, then we've got Luxembourg and Gibraltar. Cape Verde. It's kind of a fun tournament structure. I hate best third place finishers, but Malta, Bermuda. I think if you're going to do it, having only one spot makes sense to me. Okay, so let's see who it's scheduled in this round. So it gave us Luxembourg, it gave us Faroe Islands, it gave us Equatorial Guinea, and it gave us Andorra. So that's the first 4, actually. If we go down the line, that's Faroe Islands, Andorra, Equatorial Guinea, and Luxembourg. So sometimes tracing which teams are getting through to the next round can help you. So it essentially grabbed 4 teams and then stopped. Why? Let's go back and see if we can solve that problem. And see why it did that. Most likely the issue is going to be in... I have to go get that. My apologies. Okay, let's keep going. I've answered the door. So we need to get qualified teams from stage, but I bet you anything. There it is. I've got number of teams equals 4, so that's why it stopped. It got the first 4. I told you to give me 4, so it got 4. So if we go back and we save it and reload, I'm going to have to edit this video anyway, so I should be able to cut out some of the dead air. Then we'll go in and test it. Back to the 2025 tournament. Notice I've got enough teams now. Let's go to the groups, and I'm just going to jot down the winners again. So we've got Cape Verde. We've got Liberia. I'll come back to the best second place finisher. Liechtenstein. Luxembourg. Guinea-Bissau. Equatorial Guinea. Malta. Best third place finisher was Lesotho. Okay, very good. Let's check those second place finisher. They finished on 6.6 goal difference, 11 goals for. 6-3, not as good. 6-5, not as good. 6-1. How do you win 2 games and still finish on a negative goal differential? They must have just gotten shellacked by. I can't help my curiosity. I gotta see. Four 0. Okay, eked it out against McCowan, Wallace, and Futina. All right, back here. Sorry, got distracted. 6-3. That's not as good. 4 is not as good. 4 is not as good. 4 is not as good. So it grabbed the correct third place finisher, which in this case is Lesotho. And then it's just a random draw in the quarterfinals. So they could end up back again with Liberia. Quarterfinal. By luck of the draw, they did not. But let's just make sure that we have all the right teams in here. So we've got Cape Verde accounted for. We've got Guinea-Bissau accounted for. Equatorial Guinea accounted for. Lesotho accounted for. Liechtenstein accounted for. Luxembourg accounted for. Liberia accounted for. Malta accounted for. That's it. So, skill demonstrated. That is how you get the best second place finishers. Plus, we demonstrated some other skills as well. Thank you.